Greetings and welcome to Mount Olympus. I am Hercules Invictus, and today on Hercules and the Space Gods, I'm proud to bring you the one and only Nick Curto in Disclosure Network, New York. Our first show in 2005, 2025. My mind is wandering in space and time again. Anyway, welcome, Nick.
Thank you, Hercules. It's great to be here with you and my guests, and looking forward to this hour. I promise it will be quite interesting, for sure. Disclosure Network New York, I am so proud to say, is in our now 27th year of providing a meeting, usually a live meeting, and sometimes also a Zoom meeting. And we have members now, not only in New York City and Connecticut and, um, of course, uh, New Jersey, well, some in New Jersey, we have members in Hawaii and Europe, which is wonderful that we can do that now. So, and I'm very proud of each and every member of Disclosure Network New York. They are deep researchers. They really want to know the truth. The motto, connecting the dots to seek truth, has been our motto for 27 years, and we really do mean that. We're trying to explore and find the truth wherever that is, and also disclose if there's something that seems like the truth but really is not. So we're in all those areas, and again, I'm very proud of each and every member of the group. Uh, Tonight, again very excited. We have a guest. He's been with us before, and he always has amazing things to tell us. Julian Michaels, welcome, sir.
Hello, Nick. Hello, broadcasts. Hello, people who are listening and watching.
Absolutely. Welcome all. Welcome all. And Julian, I want to start with a little bit of background, and then we'll go into the current, what's going on. So let me start off at the very, very beginning. Where were you born, and now where do you reside?
I'm uh, I'm born and raised in New York City, and I am back now in New York City.
Now, you have been living in various places during your life. Can you name, say, some of them so that we can understand where you've been?
Los Angeles, Sarasota, Siesta Key, and Brazil in Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro for 8 years.
Fantastic. Now, of all those places, and there are certainly amazing destinations, what would you say is your top or your top couple that you like the most and that you'd go back certainly in a blink of an eye,
Where I am now,
right?
as well as Rio de Janeiro.
Ah, no, I've never been there, but of course I've seen the photos and the films, and I'm sure that's an incredible place.
I always tell people before they die,
Wow.
they they need to experience Carnival at least one time in their lives because it's an amazing musical, colorful, spectacular extravaganza. They close the whole country for 4 days.
Wow. Wow. They are partying. They are partying hardy.
They're doing it right now. they're they're getting ready.
Oh, really? Now, when is the actual calendar date for that?
40 days before Lent. So usually February, around February sometime.
Fantastic. Wow. And when is the actual parade, or is it more than one day?
Oh, it's a 3 day, 4 day affair in Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, but in other places they start a month before. It could be where you're in a cafe and someone all of a sudden starts just hitting the table. Another person starts hitting a table. All of a sudden, a person has a tambourine. A person has a guitar. The next thing they start singing. They get up. They walk out of the cafe. People join them. and the next thing, 5, 10, 15 minutes later, there are hundreds of people, and they have to close the streets because everyone is dancing and musicians are playing their music, and it's carnival.
That is my kind of people. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that sounds wonderful. No wonder you picked that place. That
Yes.
sounds amazing.
Why be concerned about other planets if we have things going on this planet?
Well, that is absolutely true. That is, and now that you mentioned that, I'm always thinking, look at what the beautiful planet that we're on. Look at the amazing landscapes and variance of temperatures and climates and people and all kinds of customs. What an amazing place to be.
Yeah, because now we're experiencing the cold here on the East Coast, and places like Rio de Janeiro, it's close to about 100 degrees.
Wow. Now, is it very humid also there?
No,
Oh, really? No.
that's what
Because
that's what makes
temperature
it makes it easier to breathe.
fantastic because really hot humid does bother me quite a bit.
That's yeah, that's that's why when it comes to that here in New York, you're probably somewhere else.
Or wish I was.
That's true.
When that's true, yeah, because it really can get hot and humid. July, August especially
Ah, totally,
can
totally.
be really something to deal with here in New York City for sure. Although I love the city, I've been here ever since I graduated from college in Boston, Massachusetts. I got my plaid suitcase and my portfolio, and I got on a Peter Pan bus. It's a bus that's in the New England area
I know it.
called Peter Pan. I always wondered why the drivers weren't dressed like Peter Pan. If I had my way, they would be. And I got off, and it was like, okay, this is the next big chapter of my life. And what a good and really good decision it was to do that, to leave New England, although I love New England, of course. I still go back there a lot, and come to this incredible city. And
Well, it's an incredible city. I went to college here, City College in New York. I have
oh,
I have degrees in psychology, education, and film, school psychology, and then after that, Los Angeles, and after for 8 years, and '90s was Brazil, and 2000 on was Brazil, and traveling different countries. So experiences, meeting all kinds of different people, eating all kinds of different food. Um, Listening to all kinds of stories, and also our story where we met at the United Nations.
I'll never forget that. Absolutely. Uh, Susanna, who was the host of
That's
that
right.
amazing, amazing group of people. I always treasure those memories and her.
Yes, and we met because you were the different one of the group, as I was, and we were always exchanging all kinds of ufology, as well as scientific, as well as all kinds of different research papers, and also talking about different things and subjects. And then one day you went to me and you said, "I'd love for you to speak in my group." And I looked at you and I said, "Disclosure group?" You said, "Yes." And I looked at you and said, "I have nothing to say." And then you said to me, "You have a lot to say."
I was right.
And that night, I started my portfolio. And here it is. I still
Oh,
have it from that night.
oh,
And I call it "A Funny Thing Happened to Me When I Was Born." UFOs, abductions, psychic healing, paranormal, numerology, Tesla, past life, and quantum universes.
okay. That's going to do it. That's going to do it. Though that's a big, big interest. Everything you just said. Oh my God. So now I got to ask you, we'll get into numerology and all of the amazing talents that you have and professions, but um, were any of your relatives, your mom and dad, your grandparents on both sides, aunts and uncles, were any of them interested in any of the subjects that you are now very much interested in?
My mom turned me on to her tarot reader in 1978. and I didn't know she had a tarot reader. It was a shop right across from Bloomingdale's in New
Oh,
York City.
oh, fantastic. Wow. So the answer is yes, then there was a cultivation right in
And
your family.
and my grandfather, when he lived with us when I was younger, in a house in Queens, in Flushing, a 150-year-old house, which in itself has a lot of stories and memories. Every morning he would ask me what I dreamt of that night.
Really?
And little did I know that he was my dream therapist.
No, it's so interesting that you brought that up because today I was the first time I joined another group in New York City that
Yes,
is fascinating. It's called Dream Group.
there you go.
Dream Group. Have you ever heard of them?
There are a number of them
Oh,
here in New York, but I I congratulate you as well as anyone who's out there. Please join a group or read up on it. Um, my Bible in dreams is called the Dream Book, and it's
oh,
by a woman called Betty Betty Bethards, Bethards. And I love her because she's very Jungian Gestalt, and her dream symbology pertains to your journey. So it's a very beautiful way of understanding yourself on a very deep level. So I've been into dreams since I was a child, and now that's one of my fortes. I interpret them as well as help people understand a little bit more about themselves through their symbology.
it's a that alone is a fantastic subject. It really is. It does catch my interest, always has. And also, and I was just speaking to one of the heads of that group about reoccurring dreams, which
Yes,
is really another interesting part of that because when you're dreaming and something similar comes and it keeps reoccurring, then there's something you're processing or there's something tapping you on the shoulder, perhaps. Something is up, especially with recurring dreams. I've had them myself.
exactly. Because usually it means, as you just said, that there's something there that you have not connected with. And it's trying to tell you that this is very important for you to understand because it's something that pertains to your purpose and what's going on in your life at this moment.
Well, I think you're right on target with that. And to be quick about this, my recurring dream is that I am in a strange city and I'm in some either vehicle or something trying to find my way. And I'm trying to take different paths and it's not working, but I have to get to another part of the strange, I'll say strange city. And it's a recurring thing, sometimes very troubling that I can't get to where I need to go because I'm not familiar at all with this strange city. So
Well,
I'm
one
in a
of the
position of, okay, let's try this path, let's try that path. And
mhm.
I can kind of apply that to my own life.
Well, yeah, because there are many paths that lead to the place which is oneself. My question to you is, what are you wearing? And are you the one who's driving, or is someone driving you?
I believe I am driving, which is interesting because I don't really like to drive very much.
Okay.
And of
Would,
course, right now, I always think when I was younger and in New England, it wasn't like so huge amount of traffic and
mhm.
speeds like it is now. So it does scare me a little bit, and I don't like to drive at all
Well,
now.
what I feel the dream is saying, the fact that you're driving, which means that you're in control of your and navigating within your destiny. The fact that you don't understand or know where you're going, or you feel lost, it could be also here we are in 2025, a 9 universal year, 2 and 0, 2, 5 comes out to a 9. And what's interesting about this particular universal year in numerology, it pertains to all of the energies of 1 through 9. So it's a culmination of many different energies and frequencies making up this 9, which is 1 with higher mind, 1 with God consciousness. But in order to understand and know that, one has to surrender, let go, clean up all of your toxicity, physically, mentally, emotionally, intuitively, in order for you to move forward. So the fact that you're having this reoccurring dream, it tells me that you yourself, being in your magnificence in what you do on so many different levels, there are so many subjects to cover. And there's so many things going on also in this time. And here we are in the 11th. We have 11 months till 2026, but we're now in February. But there's so many things that have happened, so many things that are happening and will be happening, that it's important to have focus, alignment in any which way that you can achieve it. And that's so important because there's more unpredictable things that will be happening, because the 9 is all about unpredictability. Also, you ready for this? The 9 embracing all of the energies, and you look at it, it's a 1 with the 0. It looks like that umbilical cord connected with that of Earth, let's say, and you're on a balloon. Or let's say it's a like a laser, and you're the one that's holding the light, like a lantern, or that of a beacon or a lighthouse. So it's asking you to be not only in your illumination, but also light up the path in front of you, and surrender and realize, okay, I have a plan and I'm going to do everything I can to get there. But if I don't, at least I know that I've tried. But at the same time, I have faith and trust in where I'm going and where I'm going to end up. Also, the 9, on another level, because it has all the energies, so you can access whatever you need from your past, your present, even your future, in your now. We're in the year of the time machine. We're here to realize we're time machines.
Wow. This is fascinating to me. This is absolutely fascinating. And being a professional numerologist and highly respected, which you are, of course, um, I, I, I have to ask you 2 things. One, there's a couple of numbers right from the time I can even remember as a child, numbers that pop out to me, that they're special, special numbers. Now, why that is, but I'll tell you the numbers. 3 and 9 are just, it pops out at me, and also 36. But those numbers have always been special to me.
Well, what's interesting about the 3, it's 1, 2, 3. It's the Trinity. Yes. And the 9 is 3 times 3. And we just spoke about what the 9 is.
Right.
What's interesting about the 36 is the 3-6 is a 9. Now, the 369 is what Nikola Tesla, the great, was he Serbian? Was he Slovakian? Was he both? Whatever. Inventor, as well as a man who is now receiving his fame, let's say.
For sure.
He realized in looking at a circle that the circle is 360 degrees, 360. And then he went 369. Nine is completion. Yes. So he realized the 369 energy, which is also known as the creative trinity. It's that of also communication, as well as that of romance and beautifying. And what is the nine also? It's the signature of humanity. So not only are we time machines, we're time machines of humanity. That's why we have now AI and all these resources, so we can do our own discoveries, our own explorations. We can be our own Captain Kirks, yes, or whomever, yes, to go where no one has gone before.
Okay. How exciting is that? Wow. I've got to ask you, being a professional numerologist,
Yes.
what are your favorite numbers? That really ring out to you?
7.
Real? Okay.
Because also the numbers are colors, and 7 is violet. Yes. And
Okay.
when I was 10 years old, 10, 11 years old, no, 10, before 11, 10, had my own room because my parents had a huge bedroom. They decided that I was old enough to get off the bunk bed because I was on top, my sister was on the bottom, create my own room. And the first thing I did is I colored it violet.
Oh, wow. It's very interesting. Very interesting choice of color. Yeah.
Yes, but 7 is a very powerful vibration because it's the 7 musical notes, the 7 colors of the rainbows. It's the 7 chakras. And also, I always ask people to look at the form of the number or the letter.
Okay.
So the 7, yes, it's a parabolic antenna that faces that of the earth. So it's getting all of the nutrients, elements, all of the energies, even our thoughts onto itself. And where is it pointing towards? It's pointing to other planets, other stars, other universes. And the 7 in tarot is that of the charioteer. And the charioteer is holding the reins on these horses and he's moving forward. But if you look closely, he's not holding the reins to the horses because the reins are not attached to the horses. He's holding the reins and he's navigating the horses with his mind.
Wow.
So the 7 is all about extrasensory perception, telepathy, as well as clairvoyance, clairaudience, paranormal, parapsychological experiences, all this and more. So it's interesting that also is the vibration of alchemy.
I have to add one other item to
Yes.
your list of 7s, and that is for maybe 35 years, I've been reading and studying the Urantia book.
Yes.
As you know, Urantia. It's one of the most fascinating books, certainly the most fascinating book I've ever picked up in my life. And I'm a member of a group of people who read the Urantia book and discuss it all the time. And the reason I'm bringing that up, Julian, is because 7 is a very important number in that they say that there are 7 super universes. 7 super universes. And that is in the book Black and White, and it's mentioned a number of times. And so that kind of also resonates to me. And when I was designing a prototype of what a Urantia complex. A complex of buildings would be the centerpiece of my design was 7 complete and very large and very beautiful domes.
Beautiful,
7
beautiful.
domes around a very large gold dome, which was the worship temple. And around that were 7 white domes, fairly large, with various aspects of communication based on the Urantia book. And that was my centerpiece of my prototype for my dream of a complex honoring the Urantia book and the teachings of the Urantia book. So when you said 7, it's like bing, 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 bing. It's ringing a bell to me.
See, because again, we're time machines.
I
So
love that concept, by the way.
so we're able, especially now, and the more clarity we have, the better it is. So it's important to eat the right foods and take the right supplements, all that and more. But what's important is the imagination is the doorway to the intuition, and the intuition is the doorway to your creativity, your productivity, manifestation, as well as all these psychic energies. So again, when I was a child and I was able to express myself in my dreams, and there's my grandfather who's telling me, oh, so who was on these dinosaurs? Was it day or was it night? What were you doing? All that. And I was responding to him. And every morning I was so excited to speak to someone about my dreams that I myself, now being that of a psychologist and therapist and all that, I welcome that, and I tell people, please understand your dreams, especially if you have a child. Ask them, what did you dream about last night? And no judgment or anything if they start talking about flying saucers or UAPs or drones, or they've visited other planets or systems or whatever. Welcome it, because you have a Tesla, you have an inventor, you have a scientist, you have an alchemist, you have a Jedi, you have someone very special that you're training to understand their magnificence, their powers. And again, it's a very beautiful thing when a person's able to express themselves in that way.
Oh, I could not agree with you more on every point you just said. Absolutely true. And it's a joy. It's a way of living. It's a way of opening yourself up to new possibilities, to new ideas, and to not stay in one place, but to feel the joy of living and growing, and opening that door
And
to
yes,
new things.
to the what if.
Yeah,
And
yes.
that's what I ask people, and ask people here listening to this broadcast. What if, without any judgment, without any criticism, without any, he's this, she's that, they're this. No. Put that aside. What if? Be open to the infinite possibilities and probabilities. Be open that you yourself can take that 9, that balloon, and go wherever you need to go, or that light, and follow that light. Yes? Einstein, and I read this, Einstein, when he was and had his own office, he would tell his secretaries, hold all calls. And he had this reclining chair, and he held 2 steel balls in each hand, one in each. He put his feet on the desk, and he lied back with the 2 balls. He closed his eyes, and he saw himself as light. And then he imagined himself as light traveling through the planets, the stars, the universes, other universes. And he did that for a few minutes or so. And then he came back and he wrote about what he saw, what he felt, his experiences.
Oh, amazing, amazing things. Julian, I wanted to ask you,
Yes.
in your own life, and I want to ask you if you feel as though you've had other lives in the past, but before we get to that, um, have you ever had the experience of, say, waking up in the morning and going and looking in a mirror and thinking, oh, that's what I look like? In a way, almost a surprise that you're looking at the vehicle that you are currently in. Has that ever
Oh,
occurred
yeah.
to you?
And not only that, I was shaving one time, and that was years and years and years ago. And as I'm shaving, all of a sudden, my breathing starts changing, my eyes become clearer, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm a Negro slave.
Wow. Do you think that's from a past life?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
How interesting that is.
yes. And because because I've had so many experiences as a child and teenager and growing up, things like this I accept. One of the things we're here to understand is not to be afraid.
Yes.
And knowing that if things like this happen, there's a reason. Let's call it, all of a sudden, for whatever reason, you're being asked to step into another multiverse
Yes.
within your own multiverse. Yes. And this has happened so many different times that I've accepted it and seen it and felt it like a teaching is taking place.
Okay.
That I'm like in school. Okay,
Okay.
so what is it that you wish me to do with this? When I was told to go into a garden and with a pen and pencil, which I did, and all of a sudden I started experiencing gnomes in a garden in São Paulo, Brazil. And they started writing through me poetry.
Oh,
So when things like this happen, you're open for whatever experience it is. Yes. You're walking in a forest, and the next thing is you're feeling like you're being looked at or seen. Yes. And let's say you start singing, and the next thing is that the trees and the plants are singing with you.
wow. What a concept. What a joyous concept that is.
So these are worlds that exist because we're only using a certain part of our brain and ourselves. And I feel that the more you're open to that what if, then this will be happening more and
I think
more.
that's incredibly good advice. And
Always say a prayer.
mhm.
I was around a number of people in the last weeks, and we started talking about UFOs, and this woman goes, "Oh, I can't wait till I'm taken."
Wow.
And I look at her. I didn't want to get into any deep discussions because I have been taken, and a number of times they wanted to take me, but I didn't go because I didn't feel that they were the right group of people. But I looked at her and I said, "Dear, careful what you wish for."
Oh, yes. Oh, boy. Good
And
advice.
always say a prayer and put light over yourself before you go anywhere.
Again, amazingly good advice that I think everyone would be well to consider that as part of their outlook on life, for sure. There
Yes,
was one
because
time when it was a dream, but I wasn't on this planet. I was on another realm, another place, and and it was a very quick dream. It wasn't long at all. It was very short. But what I do remember about it is that I was with other people. We were wearing white robes, beautiful white robes,
yes,
and there was, and I was an observer. I was there, but I was an observer. I was looking. And one of the things I saw, there were no vehicles of any kind that you could see in the city. And I asked about that, and they said all of the vehicles are underneath in tunnels, and so we don't have to deal at all with traffic and vehicles and pollution and all of that. We don't we have walks, we have gardens, it's free of all that traffic.
Yes.
And I
But
thought, well, that's a really good idea. I mean, that's an amazing concept. They said, well, that's the way we are here. And also, there was no fear at all. It was loving every single being there, and it was all humanoid and loving people. And you had a feeling that there was no fear. There was love all around you.
yes.
And it
Yeah.
was an amazing dream. And I really didn't want to wake up, to tell you the truth, because I wanted to stay there. And
Sure.
then when you wake up and then you look at where we are now, and you're thinking, boy, I wish we had a little more advanced to where that is, because that just seems so much better.
Well, the secret is knowing that you had the dream and that dream doesn't go away. It's a part of you.
It is.
So it's right here in your heart,
It is.
and you are in that place even now. You can just take a deep breath and you see yourself there, and you can take that experience and bring it here. That peace,
Absolutely.
that love, right? Yes.
Absolutely.
One of my first past life regressions with another person, they took me into a previous life, and I was getting out of a spacecraft, a flying saucer, and myself and a number of other people. There were like 3 other people or so. We were in also sort of like suits, but I knew that I was from another planet, even though I was in a suit, and it looked like I was an astronaut, but an astronaut either from Earth visiting a planet, or I myself was on that planet visiting Earth. But what I heard was that I was visiting Earth, and what I was a scientist, and I was collecting crystals and rocks,
Okay.
and I was bringing them back to the flying saucer for the magnification, as well as the engineering of this craft, as well as to my planet. So that was an experience I had in the 80s, because I started hypnosis in 89, where you had to go to school. So I went to school on weekends for a number of months. Now you can just get the certificate online, but then I did go to school, which was great.
Of course, the right way to go, of course.
Yes.
Do you feel as though the future coming up in the next 10, 20 years is going to be better worldwide on our planet? Do you feel as though we're going towards light and better things, or will there be huge challenges and some very dark times? Do you have any feelings on that?
Well, when people talk about the future, like, oh, 2050, this will happen, 2040, this 20, and I go, that's great. What's going to happen tomorrow?
Ah,
What's going to happen this year? What's going to happen in the next years? I feel what's important is one's perception.
oh,
That's how we also are able to deal with experiences that we've had of our own past. So that's how we can remove anger or fear, or even any kind of abuse, physically, mentally, emotionally, in any which way, through perception. as well as letting go, emotion releasing, all that toxicity. Um, will there be strange things going on? Strange things are going on today, yesterday, and will be going on tomorrow. What's important is to, I feel, to continue to be aligned and balanced and in harmony with yourself as well as that with Mother Earth. So, any chance you have, get outside and get some sunshine, walk, um, uh, be around trees and forest or the water, a lake or a stream, around birds. Open your senses up, your feelings, all of yourself, and really feel alive in not only your surroundings, but also alive in your own home. If you say if you say I'm bored, you're lying to yourself because there's so many things going on and so many things happening. Yes? So stop lying to oneself and experience the breath of not only life, your own breath, because it's sacred, it's very special, and it's it's magnificent. It has all its secrets. So, in regards to your question of the future, I feel that each individual deserves, from their own standpoint, to take their own vehicle and go out and see in your mind what is it that you see. And if you see something that might be negative or might be challenging, you're the one who's the pilot, you're the navigator. So you can change what's going on. It's like a dream. If you have a traumatic dream or the dream that you had where you feel lost, yes, and you're going all these different directions, what if you were in the next couple of days to go back to that experience and go back to the dream? Just, in other words, just find a place where you're comfortable, you're relaxed. And then what you can do is find a place within yourself, close your eyes, do some breathing, and imagine that your heart is like a door. And on this door, it says dreams in golden letters. And you imagine that this door opens and you go back to the dream of you driving. And let's say you're driving and you feel a little lost, and all of a sudden, you're the writer, you're the actor, you're the producer, you're the one who's having this dream. So now take the dream, and what is it that you wish to discover, explore? See yourself finding a place, or one place, where it has so much beauty and the love that you were feeling from that other experience. You feel so much love there. And when you arrive, there's people there and they're so loving and beautifying and so peaceful. And that's the place that you decide to be. And then you open your eyes and you go, wow, what a beautiful experience that was.
Also, absolutely what you just said, absolutely true. And also, I want to bring up the subject of intuition,
Yes.
and your gut, the quote, gut feeling, your gut
Mhm.
feelings, because I think that is incredibly important. And when you are around people that are loving and that are giving and are joyous, you feel it. It's absolutely, you can know it, you can feel it, and it's a joy to be around them. And the other side of that, just to add, is that I've been around people, and I'm sure you have and others have too, that is exactly the opposite. You're feeling fear, toxicity, you're feeling it's uh-oh, it's an uh-oh moment, and you want to just get away from them. You just want to, I can't stay, I must go now. And you're trying to um, escape from their dark vibrations that they're literally emitting, like some kind of a tower of something that is frightening, it's troubling, and they're broadcasting that. And whether they know it or not, that's what's going on. And I've been in situations like that when it was like, oh my goodness, the poor son's a gun that's feeling all this anger and this frustration and very dark. And all I wanted to do was help them if I could, but also don't stay there.
It's a resonance, it's a frequency,
Okay.
and we ourselves have this. Let's call it whatever field, biofield, auric field. We have the ozone layer around us,
Okay.
and we walk around with this ozone layer. And as we walk around with the ozone layer, it has within it our experiences and everything. And some layers have holes in them because of, I love the word vicissitudes, addictions, and all kinds of things that create holes, right? Or we have, or we have the wholeness. I suggest that if you're around an experience that you don't want to be around and you can't get out of it, first thing you do in your mind is you see and you experience and you feel and you put light around yourself. It's like being a light
Like a
bulb.
protection of some sort.
Yeah, you just see yourself like a light bulb.
Okay.
And right there, you're starting to put out your light. And in doing that, also, you're protecting yourself in the light. In all of the sacred books, from the Bible, God said, let there be light, in the Torah, in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Quran, in the Upanishads, all of these books talk about light, light beings, given light, drinking light, all this and more. So light is a source that's very powerful. And you're talking about intuition. We talked about imagination. Allow yourself to be in that light. I ask people before they go out anywhere, imagine that here in your left and right hemisphere of your brain, which is the medullars, that there's switches, and you put on the light switch.
Oh.
And you go out as a light. I have on YouTube, and it's 11-minute exercise, and it's called the Julian Tesla meditation. And it's a meditation given to me by Nikola Tesla in 1991, where I was going to do a talk in Sao Paulo 5 days later. And I was meditating, and in golden fire letters, Nikola Tesla came to my forehead.
Wow.
And the next thing is there's a voice, very androgynous, and he starts showing me this exercise of creating a electromagnetic energy field, a Tesla field within and around me. I started doing it with myself. I did it with a number of friends, clients. I did it in front of 800 people there in Sao Paulo at that conference that was of scientists, metaphysicians, and all kinds of interesting people. So it's very important that whatever it is that you feel, that whatever it is that you see, whatever is going on, you can create and manifest from that. And light is a very important element that is highly protective and very important for each and every human being. And again, we're in 2025. That 9 looks like that of the lighthouse. And in tarot, it's the hermit. And the hermit is walking out from their cave because it's a metaphor that they've been in training, and they've been in all this, and they've been taught all these different things about themselves and how to be around human beings. And they're holding a lantern in the rider deck. And that lantern represents unconditional love, but also it's the vibration and resonance of light intelligence. And where are they going with that light? In back of them are lights, are villages. So they're being asked to now share their selves with the people. And that's what we're being asked in 2025, to not get overloaded with everything that's going on. Find a place or space where not only you can be aligned, but also there's a law called detachment, to be of this world and not of this world, and allow yourself to feel that, be that, and get back to your purpose and why you're here and what's going on with your light, to share that light with others.
Well said, my friend. Well said. If everybody did that, and I hope that they will, and follow that lead, I think that there would be more joy in their lives. Absolutely would. And things would make more sense to them. So that is great advice.
Yes.
I see my producer. Hello
Yes.
there.
Yes.
How are we doing for time? Okay. About 4 more minutes?
Okay.
10 more minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
I just a couple of quick things. One,
Sure.
I'm working on some publicity for the Urantia book, because I'm the chair of the outreach committee for the Urantia Society of Greater New York, and I've been working on some copy and some ads. And funny enough, we're asking people to join in a outreach together in a team, to join a team. And the phrase that I've come up with and that we're going to use is, here it comes: be a messenger of light. A messenger of light. When I wrote that, I went, boy, that's right on the money. Let's use it. And what you just said, it just rang a whole big bell. Like, wow, you just kind of tuned into that. Messenger of light is in my copy for the ads coming up and for the other communications coming up. With the time left, how do people get to see a website, get to meet you, to go to a lecture you have? How can they find you?
Sure. Very quickly, the word light comes out, L-I-G-H-T, to 2911 too. So light numerologically means the messenger of the gods, the messenger of light.
Here we go.
And it's the first master vibration. It's the key. The first key to mastery is light, understanding what it is and its intelligence. Julian Michael on Facebook, Julian Michael on LinkedIn, Julian Michael 11 on X, Twitter, Julian Michael 89 on TikTok, and on Instagram, it's Soul Magic, SOLMAGIK. I also have a show on YouTube, and it's called Bigfoot Outlaw, psychic medium Julian Michael. And that's on Monday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's for 1 hour. And I always have some interesting guests, as you will be a guest very soon. And also, people can reach me on virtual media, or I can give my telephone number, which is 323-384-1333, 323-384-1333, which comes out to a 33.6.
Here we go.
Even our telephone numbers are signatures of our communication.
Oh, that's great.
The places where we live are signatures of the consciousness of our heaven, of where we are here on earth. Our vehicles, our license plates are signatures of how we navigate and the consciousness that we're in. Everything has a signature to it. And that's what I love about numerology, because it's a never-ending teaching. Because everything in the universe is number, and that number has a meaning. And that's from the father of mathematics and numerology, Pythagoras.
Wow. Julian, you are a total joy. You are. I love that we're friends, good dear friends, and you provide such warmth and joy always. That's part of who you are, and I bask in your warmth. I do. Thank you so much for being my guest today. It was a joy to be with you and to hear your thinking on such a variety of wonderful subjects. So thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Hercules. And thank you, audience. And blessings, and continue to create miracles with your light.
Amen. Amen to that. This is Nick Curto for Disclosure Network New York. If you'd like to know more about our organization, you can email me at nicknyny1, and that's the numeral 1, at gmail.com. Again, Nick, NYNY1 at gmail.com. That's it for today. What a fun show this was. And to everyone, much love always to each one of you. Thank you. And thank you, Hercules.
Thank you, Nick, and thank you, Julian. Very fascinating show. I felt like popping in and commenting a few times. That doesn't happen very often. So this was awesome. Both of you, Happy New Year, and have a wonderful day. And thank you for a great show.
Ciao.
Much love to all, everywhere.